The woman finds out her mother is coming to visit out of the blue, so she rushes to get her daughter bathed, then realizes there's barely any rice left in the house, so she runs next door to borrow some from the neighbor. She doesn't want her mother to see she's struggling. Then she opens the fridge and finds it completely empty, so it's back to the neighbor again. She needs to make it look full. Then she goes to get dressed, but digs through the closet and can't find a single decent outfit. She finally pulls out one that'll do, only to realize there's no makeup on the vanity, so she heads to the neighbor's once more. The neighbor is so kind. He even brings over a whole armful of everyday things. The woman then hangs clothes out to dry, but the neighbor startles her by showing up at her door again. He had moved over all his coal too. The woman tells him she'll return everything once her mother leaves, and quietly feels pretty proud of herself for pulling it all together. Soon enough, mother and daughter are waiting for grandma to arrive. The mother shows up with a ton of home-cooked food. The woman tells her she didn't have to bring so much, but is secretly overjoyed. The mother worries about being a burden and starts to head out, but as she sets down her cup, she glances around the room with a look of quiet concern, then quickly pulls her eyes away, not wanting her daughter to feel the pressure of being watched too closely. On her way out, she pretends she needs to use the bathroom, spots the big pile of coal stacked up, and finally feels at ease. After seeing her mother off, the woman tells her friend that she knows deep down her mother is worried about her struggling on her own after losing her husband. Just when she thinks she pulled one over on her mom, she finds an envelope her mother left on the washing machine. "My dear daughter, mom doesn't have much, so I can't give you a lot. Buy yourself something nice to wear. Don't ever feel less than. My darling, you have done nothing wrong." Inside the envelope are a handful of worn, crumpled bills. As it turns out, her mother had noticed everything long ago. The clothes with holes hanging in the closet, her granddaughter in ill-fitting outfits, but she never said a word. She just quietly left a little money behind. That evening the woman calls her mother, intending to say thank you, but the moment she hears her mother's voice, the grief comes flooding out like a dam breaking. She can't hold it together anymore, because God cannot be everywhere, so he created mothers.